And then are these the indica or sativa mints?
Indica. Everything I got was indica. Because, like, I was like, I don't want to deal with being stupid.
Right, being up and fucking fumbling around and shit.
Yeah, I didn't want to like sit here and be stuck in a fucking daydream or whatever. You know what I mean? Because I feel like that's just like, first of all, wasted energy, and then like you start
Very
eating and shit.
unproductive. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
not
you
the
know what I'm saying.
productive side of being a stoner at all.
But like the other one, the one that I got is just like I like to feel my body relax because I gotta
Mellowed
go
out.
because after I finish, recording, I put everything back in the where they're supposed to be. I back up all the equipment. You know what I mean? I move the table out the way because I don't like, leaving my stuff there and
Clean your
having being
workstation.
issues. Yeah, exactly.
As most people would say.
Because there's people using the same space, when I'm not here. You know what I'm saying? So, I just try to be conscientious.
There
That's
you
not
go.
even the word. That's it.
No, I
I
think
try.
you did.
Okay, I just try to be, understanding of people's, plight during the day. You know what I'm saying? So, um,
so you fuck with the mints. How many do you take? I mean, what's the rating on that? Like, how
so
many milligrams is the pack?
each mint is 2.5 milligrams. Each gummy cube is like 5.63. So I'm
Something you
taking
can manage.
so I'm like 10 milligrams in right now, and I'm just like
on the mints or the gummies.
The gummies. So it's like,
Nice.
because it's like, it doesn't seem like a lot, but people
When
be
you're not
like they be
smoking
doing
as
100.
much,
People be sitting there, they be like, yo, 100 milligrams. I'm like, there's no way. I'm like, it's
that's
not.
when that's
I
when your
start moving
face is
slow
melting off
motion.
you. Yeah, the
I'm in a
colors
Hype
start
Williams
talking to
video
you.
my whole life doing that shit, yo.
It's a lot going on, but shout out all
Yeah.
the states that are recreationalizing.
Just free my niggas though. That's all I'm asking.
For real, because we got that order, nigga pulled up like dominoes with the tracker, like, yeah, we outside.
Let these niggas get jobs. Let them actually work in the same field. We can't let
For
all these white people
real.
get rich off shit that niggas was getting locked up for. Come on now, man.
For real. I mean, it's happening. They say they're letting people out, but what they're doing is they're not giving the licenses to those people now. So
Yeah,
all
they
that
just
money
letting
you
them just go
made
back
is
into the world
cool.
like fuck out of my face. Like,
Right. We let you out of jail, but you still put in like 10 years of your life in here and you ain't got no resume.
that
But
shit's
it's
fucked
legal
up.
now.
When Kamala
All
Harris went on that fucking Breakfast Club, was like, I inhaled. I'm like, bitch, then let these niggas out.
facts. I mean, she inhaled, but then she in jail, those same people
Yeah.
putting niggas on trial. So she be with that bullshit. But we're not gonna start it off so political.
Oh
But
shit, he said in jail. Is that even a word?
in jailed, enslaved. I don't know what the fuck you want to call it, but it's some old bullshit.
Incarcerated. Yeah,
Incarcerated. There you go. It was in something. They was going inside.
it
They was
was
definitely going inside.
incarcerated as fuck. Oh man,
But
that shit's wild as fuck.
you already know what it is. You already know what's going on. It's your boy Russ.
And it's your boy Kev.
I Hate It Here podcast. We are back for another episode. Back for another week of the fuckery, the foolishness, the tomfoolery, the shenanigans, all them old school words they used for the bullshit. Another episode. My guys over here melting off the gummies.
Nah, I'm good, bro. I'm good.
I will say I tried the seltzer.
Yeah.
And it was light. Like, I'm not a fan of all these seltzer White Claw craze that's going on.
I hate them shits with a passion.
But what is a seltzer? Get this diet soda bullshit.
Soda water. Like, nigga, just drink some water, nigga.
Soda light
in there. Have a good day.
So I downed that. It was a little, I think it was like a 20 milligram hybrid seltzer. I downed that shit while I was working.
Didn't really. I had one. I think I had two of them too. The second day, the first one I had, I think it did hit me because that's the only thing I did, right? Just to drink. But the second day, I kind of like just mixed it with some like peach iced tea. and
Okay.
I just drank it the whole day. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I was smooth, man. Like,
Really?
yeah, like I think
It ain't really do much for me. I was like, oh, this is
took
like
a
I could.
nap, took a nap with my son, played some video games. It was like a very chill ass day. I ain't gonna lie, it was cool.
Okay, you might have been on a little wave or something. That might have been you,
Mhm.
but you already know how we
Them
do it over
gummies
here.
though, shit,
Take it easy over there, hurting yourself. I couldn't
shit.
almost couldn't get the child lock off the seltzer. Like I'm like, am I stupid? I'm sitting here with the can, like turning it backward, turn it upside down. Like, is there a pull tab? Is there? I fought with that
So
shit for
that's what
like
I ain't gonna lie. I
15
had some
minutes.
difficulties too because I was trying to look for
What
it. I
is
was like, yo,
that?
where is this shit?
I've never seen that kind of can opener before.
Not, I mean, because you know what's crazy? I never see it on alcohol cans either. So I'm
Hmm.
surprised. I mean, maybe because it's cannabis, so like they're gonna package it
Go
differently.
that extra step. Make sure
Yeah.
kids and animals
But
can't
then
be
niggas
messed
can
up
just
in it.
grab alcohol all fucking day long. This shit just makes no sense. This shit makes
You
no
know,
sense.
I hate it here podcast. You already know what's going on. Let's do this hypothetical question of the week. I'm thoroughly enjoying these every week. We had a list of 170, and after the 14 episodes, we have not made a dent in this list, like in the slightest way.
This shit's
So
wild. This shit was wild.
exciting to see some numbers that we've done already or get some repeats. So let's start it off. So you pick a number.
Yeah, like I don't know. What's today's date?
Today is the 19th of January,
The 19th.
19. 19 says, the fuck? If your sheets had to be made of deli meats, what meat would you want them made of? Hey, yo.
Yo, you know what?
This is the question. Hey, yo. Oh, no lie. I gotta pause this whole. If you're.
Yo, what the fuck is this
I,
question?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I didn't write this. I didn't pick this list.
Yo, what type
If
of fucking question is that?
Hey,
Yo, if your
yo,
sheets could be in
I know from start to finish. Hey, yo, if your sheets had to be made of meats, like pause already, my guy. What's happening with you? You okay? If somebody wrote this, I'd be like, is everything all right at home? What meat
oh,
would you made?
shit.
Would you want them
Yo.
made of?
Yo, cause yo, first
Like,
of
if
all,
you don't want a blanket of
that's
poultry,
some crazy like fat boy shit to sit
yeah,
here and discuss.
I want to sleep in a sheet of meats.
Yo, that shit is
I don't
wild.
I don't understand. I'm getting like which just say which what deli meat do you like? Like what is why does it gotta go to such a weird
Yo, because yo,
it's
think
just a
about it. Like
weird.
sleeping in deli meat is like dirty.
I mean I wouldn't propose sleeping in any actual food. Like you're not gonna sleep in ketchup or sleep in barbecue sauce.
I think that would
So
sting.
yeah, it will fuck up your skin or salt.
That
If
fuck.
your sheets had to be made of deli meats, hey yo, what meat would you want them made of? I don't know. I don't know. This question is weird. The person who wrote this question is weird.
Not because like yo, you would be sticky from being in the deli meat all the time.
Every time you go to sleep, you have to get in a meat
And
sheet.
like if you sweat when you go to sleep, like that's not gonna no. I'm not even answering this question. I'm not even answering this question.
All I'm gonna say is I do enjoy pastrami,
I like roast beef.
but I don't want no sheet of because over time when the heat kicks in, it's gonna smell like it's cooking.
Yeah.
This
It's
is
gonna smell like
just
shit.
you can't.
It's
I
gonna
don't
smell like
even
it's gonna smell like some shit, bro.
straight up shit sheet.
That's a horrible question. That's a horrible
Very,
question.
very different, man.
Some
Very
fat
different.
motherfucker wrote that question. I know that for sure.
Some weird kid in class was
Oh,
like,
my bad. My bad. Never
"Meat
mind. I'm
of
sorry.
sheet,
We can't make fun of fat niggas no more. I'm sorry.
sheet of meat, meat of sheet."
Nah, but some fat boy gotta be thinking about that shit. I ain't gonna lie, I'm a fat boy, so sometimes I be thinking about shit too. But like,
Former. You're ex. It's like when they talk about ex-cons, like, yeah, I went through that phase in my life, but you out here losing weight too. So you about to say you a former fat boy,
well, I mean, I'm still
but
fat
you
as fuck,
adjacent
but
to the community, so you can talk that shit.
yeah, I'm still fat as fuck though. But like, that shit makes no sense.
That's
Oh
your
my god.
that's your community. That's your population. But speaking of the community, though, I just wanted to start off
I
by
don't know why I
saying,
just picked my nose on camera, bro.
yeah, we are on video now, so we caught your
Oh
ass digging
man,
for it.
I'm tweaking, bro.
I try to edit that out,
You
but
know,
I
I
just
will.
wanted to start with New York fucking finally admit that it's all about the money for them. They have
Oh,
officially ended all prosecution on prostitution. So they ain't wasting no time. They ain't wasting no more man time locking these hoes up.
listen. Why you think they did that shit?
Well, for one, they say they can't get no staff. They say there's not a lot of cops. There's not a lot of anybody anymore, apparently. Every job has vacancies. So if they can't get no more people to sit here and either take these hoes to court
Mm-hmm.
or, try and stop them, that's the only way. So now weed is legal. They're about to start opening dispensaries. Prostitution is pretty much that you basically saying it's legal when you say you're gonna stop locking people up for it.
Mm-hmm.
So this shit about to look like Vegas out here. We got a couple casinos in Queens
I
and
don't think
out there
Queens.
on Long Island.
It would be dope for Queens to have a casino. Excuse me.
Hmm. Yeah, they got one right. I forget what it's called. It might be off of the racetrack.
But they already got the racetrack though.
Yeah. Oh
The
yeah,
Belmont racetrack.
it's right off the Aqueduct racetrack.
Oh, is it?
Yup, Resorts World Casino. So yeah, they do have
That
a
must be new because when I used to live there, I never heard of that being there.
yeah, it hasn't been for too long. I remember the first week they opened, they had like half off drinks or something, and it was a huge brawl broke out. Like niggas got too drunk,
Nah,
niggas got
because it's a
too turned
Queens,
up.
nigga. Because it's a
Everybody came
Queens, nigga.
through. In New York City, I don't know. It was ahead of its time because we wasn't ready for the
Because
gambling.
you're gonna get a different crowd in Queens than you are in Jersey City, than you are in Vegas.
Shit,
Like,
and in Brooklyn, Atlantic City, any other location, but so it's happening. The future is happening now.
I mean, shit. If you want to pay for some pussy, go get it, my nigga. Like, see,
People been saying that.
I just don't understand why like people have like not just let these hoes do what they need to do.
I mean, I think it's like a moral thing. They don't want to admit to themselves that
Mind
society
your
is like.
fucking business.
You know
It's
how
just
hard
that
that is for
simple.
somebody.
Yo, listen, mind
People out here
business.
itching. They like, I haven't mind nobody else's business today. Oh, I gotta mind somebody else. Whose business can I mind? Like, it's people out
Bro,
here that wake up to mind other people's whole fucking life.
let me tell you something. They need to mind their own fucking business.
I agree. I agree.
Get yourself some money, bitch. Travel. Do something to enrich your own life. Stop worrying about what a bitch got to do to get bread, bro.
That is the ideal solution. If you could just say, shit, if she want to do it, as long as she not hurting nobody and niggas is consenting to it, and there's an actual transaction that's taking place that they both agree to, who the fuck
Cause
am I to tell you to stop fucking to get your rent paid? Like,
and then at the same
what
time
fool would I
too,
be?
give them a chance to be protected because like in a lot of cases when like shit goes down they can't get any type of help because of what they're doing, so
Yeah.
it's like like maybe we're asking too much because fuck women and fuck niggas too apparently in this country, you know what I'm saying, but like at some point
Until
you
it's
got to
one of
be able
them.
to extend some protection to them because they need it.
Half of these people getting caught up as these politicians and these businessmen getting caught with these hookers. So now if they say it's a legal transaction, you're like, oh no, I was just
It's normalized now. Yeah.
I was just borrowing her pussy for a little bit. Like it's just I was gonna give it back to her.
Yeah, but
You know,
you
I
know what's
just rented
crazy
I
though?
rented her some dick for a week or two, and then you make it a legal transaction instead of this demonic sexual
Scandalized
deed.
thing that's
I
going
know,
on.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Because every time they catch like a politician or like a celebrity fucking with some bitch he shouldn't be fucking with, it'd be like, ooh, tabloids every single day. We never hear the end of it. And
it's
it's just
fucked
like,
up.
fam, he just want to get his shit off, bro. Like his
He's
wife
still a
ain't doing it for
human.
him. You know what I mean? He's like, yo, I gotta stay young because yo, these niggas keep fucking with me. You know what I'm saying? So
It's fucked up. In New York, we had a politician. Nigga name was Anthony Weiner. And nigga name was
I'm,
Anthony Weiner, and then he got caught like
I'm
taking
mad at
dick
bro.
pics. He got caught taking it wrote
Nah,
itself.
get out of here.
He got caught taking dick pics, I think, to either another woman or like an underage girl. I don't know what the case was, but they got Anthony Weiner the
Yo, these
fuck up out
niggas
of
is
here.
nasty. These niggas is nasty.
Shit
Yo,
is
we
real
got
nasty out here.
oh shit. But I'm glad, man. Because like I said, man, like people need to be protected. People need to be able to have an outlet. Like, I think we just need to stop and just get out of people's fucking business.
At some point, it's gonna come to that. You're gonna realize you have to do more just trying to tell people what to do with their own body than
It's none of your
just
fucking business.
anything else. Like
Granted,
I
like,
said,
it's the same thing like with like the vaccine and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, yo, just mind your fucking business. You know what I'm saying? And just like, if you don't want to take it, all right, fine. If you don't want to take it, all right, fine. But at this point, like, just shut the fuck up, because like it's such a political like thing now. Like
yeah,
it's way past the science now.
they making it a political thing, a religious thing, any sort of basis they can put you on. It's like, oh, you don't love children if you take it. It's like, okay, now I'm fucking.
Yo, shut the fuck up, bitch.
It's like now I'm a child murderer or something. So it's
Yeah, they
always
be
some
wild.
bullshit.
They be wilding on people about that shit. Way too much from my own liking.
It's a lot going on. What else? What you got on my docket?
Yo, let me ask you a question. Have you ever like beef with your siblings before?
Like how bad are we talking? Because we've been in some scraps.
like, like, all right. So I'll give you the background because, like, well, not actually. Like, have you ever like came to blows or just been like, yo, you threatened the fuck out of them, like, because it made you so mad for doing
Oh
something?
yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. I just want to know what level we was talking here, but yeah, I can definitely say those ain't the proudest days because you're looking at your own flesh and blood. Like I will physically do do damage to your bodily space. Your whole anatomy will be in a contusion and infarctions and all sort of inflammation can take place.
Like,
But why you ask
bro,
that?
it's like, yo, sometimes family is the only ones that can push your buttons for real, right?
Oh, absolutely,
And then you
absolutely.
sit there wondering, like, why the fuck are they doing this shit? Especially when the timing is kind of off. So, like, remember a couple months ago, episodes ago, we covered, the whole Britney Spears being free from her conservatorship, and you
Absolutely.
went on tape and you was like, "Yo, fuck the whole family," right?
I said that they finally freed that beautiful white woman from slavery. And I told her, I said, as soon as she gets free, she needs to either come out with music or just go on these interviews and rip her fucking family apart because y'all let this shit happen to me. Y'all promoted this shit happening to me, and you fucking ruined the whole trajectory of who I was. Like, it was a real fucked up for Britney.
All right, listen, my nigga. So, Jamie Lynn has a book coming out.
What the fuck? Now, what the fuck she gotta say? You see how fucked up the family is? They go catch book deals off of the shit they did to you.
Yo, listen. So
You
it's a
fucking
book.
abuse me, and then you catch a book deal to talk about how you abuse me and try to make yourself out to be the victim. I know, because I know that's what she's gonna do. That's typical white woman playbook. They do some bullshit and you be like, oh my, but I don't. It was just so much going on, and but what the fuck she gonna say in this book?
Nigga, so the book is called Things I Should Have Said.
Oh my god. Get the fuck out of here. This is like OJ writing a book. If I would have did it now, if I didn't say these things, but these are things I should have said.
Nah, listen,
It's too late for that. It's too
like,
fucking
yo,
late for that. It's been
the
millions of
problem the
days.
problem is this, right? Like, so listen, she was on Good Morning America with Juju Chang doing the interview. And she recalled a story when Brittany locked her and Brittany in a room with a knife in Brittany's hand. And Brittany basically told her, if you keep up with this shit, there's going to be some major fucking consequences.
First of all, major gangster points to Brittany. Throw them bees up.
Oh shit!
Because if Brittany holding niggas at knife point, like, yo, you which side you with? I don't blame her. After hearing the story of what she went through,
you can't pull up on with weapons on your sibling over some shit though.
You controlling my life. Are you with them or are you with me? Who the fuck you with?
Controlling her life though.
She was checking her. That's what it sounds like. She locked them in a room and was like, yo, who you with? Bang your set right now because I need to know if what you throwing up before I know who can I trust because shit got crazy for her.
Nah, bro, I get that
there
too,
will be
but come
consequences. That's some scary shit to say.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So now, Jamie Lynn's like, I'm writing this book. I'm telling y'all stories as the other spirit.
Oh, she held a knife on me. Oh, read my book. Talk about me.
You're a dickhead.
Think about me because I'm Britney Spears' sister, and no one knows me for doing anything other than being a childhood mom in the public space.
Nah, but dog, yo, she even said it though, because she's like, they've always looked at her as just the other sister, right?
it's like that's fucked up.
You gotta
she
feel
didn't
her
ask
pain,
for that.
though.
That's
she didn't
fucked
ask
up.
for it. She didn't ask for that. So then, like, Brittany went on this whole tirade on Twitter, was like, and basically,
Brittany clapped back.
Yeah, so to sum it up, she was just like, "Well, I hope your book does well, bitch." Basically.
Oh.
Hey, you're trying to write this shit at my expense, and I heard today.
Facts, because she's not dumb. You trying to come up off some shit that y'all did to me, and go get a book deal off my name while I'm hot in the media. If I was Brittany, I would go and get a cease and desist on this book.
That's what she did.
That's what she did.
That's what she did today. She sent her the paperwork today.
Facts. Don't talk about me. Don't even fucking say my name. You're not about to make no money off my likeness. You're not about to go play this sympathy role and run all through the media talking about I was crazy and I needed. Fuck all of y'all. I'm free now.
But she said her mom used to beat her too and all this other extra shit. So like,
so the mom is the scapegoat now? I fucking hate people, bro. The playbooks are always the same. It's like when a girl gets out of a relationship.
Because Jamie Lynn she said, so Brittany was like, yo, you ain't helped me with shit. You ain't helped me get out of this conservatorship. You was just watching shit. And Jamie Lynn was like, bitch, I gave you the contacts to fight it legally. So there's like conflicting stories here. You gotta be aware of that at least.
Get the fuck out of here. You was not an advocate for her vocal for like in the public. When did you ever come out and say, "Oh, my sister, blah blah blahs, we need to get her help," like blah blah blah? You passed me a paper with a number on it, like call this guy. Okay.
No,
thanks.
You're right.
Thanks.
You're right.
Don't go try and write a book talk about, "Oh, your mom beat us both." Okay. She sure did. She sure did.
You better get out there and dance, bitch.
For real. You don't see Jermaine and Tito talking about, "Oh, we got beat too." We know what the fucking story is.
I mean, they made mad money though, so I guess it wouldn't really matter to them.
But that's the thing. When the money is flowing, everybody is cool. Everybody is popping. Everybody is same shit with this R. Kelly shit. All those people that was giving him little girls, they was cool with it when the money was flowing. Then the nigga ran out of money and you don't see no one fucking loaning him $1.
Yeah, nah, you're right though. You're right. That is true. And the money's there, but like, damn, bro, it's just so
It's
crazy
fucked
to
up.
see. Because even at the end, she was like, there's still love for between us. It's just kind of weird right now.
Ain't no
And I'm
fucking
just like,
family reunions happening no time soon.
I don't know, man. Because like I've seen families go at each other for worse shit, and they come together. But
I
it's like
mean,
hypocrisy though when you really think about it. Because how you gonna keep fucking with niggas that keep fucking with you on so many fucked up levels and just keep the cycle going? Like I don't understand that shit. But we Caribbean and like that's just how things are. So we just deal with it
a lot of shit get pushed under the rug until the
until
nigga
that
at the
rug gets
funeral.
changed, and then you
Yo,
realize
for
how much dust is under there.
that's actual factual statements, man.
That shit's
Very
wild
factual
as
statements.
fuck,
But
bro.
I just hate that tactic playlist of after it's over, then someone wants to come on like, oh, but this happened. Like after every
Say something
celebrity
while
gets
it's
out of
happening.
yeah, it's like after every relationship and with these celebrities, it's like, oh, he was so abusive to me. It's like, but you was with him for 5 fucking years. Like, come on.
And I bet you wasn't the first one.
The minute it's over, it's like, oh, now I want to tell my truth and speak. What was that truth when you was fucking going through all that bullshit?
Yeah, but
People so
so
transparent.
but it's hard. It's I will give him some bail though, because when you're in a situation like that, it's hard to tell people, man, because there's a stigma against like abuse. Well,
On which,
there's still a stigma against like domestic violence and stuff like that, especially women, because people always want to question them if they're right or wrong. Which, you know, in a perfect fair world, you would still need to have evidence of what they're saying, right?
as you should, no one should just be able
Um,
to say someone did anything without
but so many women
proof.
feel
That's like
like,
some witch hunt shit.
yeah, but and like so many women just feel like nobody really takes them serious because they're women. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So like, and there's been histories of that. We've heard from all types of crazy stories from all generations of women. But at the same time, too, it's like, well, if you don't say something, this cycle is just going to continue.
Yeah, I mean, you ain't wrong. There's definitely a history of
But
why did you stay and all kind of
yeah, but
victim
it just
shaming
takes a
type
lot of
shit.
strength. It just takes a lot of strength. And I
Hopefully, I
understand that.
mean, and it just sucks when the people who use it as a tactic become more famous for it than the people
Yeah,
who shit really happened to,
yeah.
and it gets all fucked up. Systems all fucked up, people.
Oh, 100%.
I mean, more sad, even more fucked up news, I guess, is really why I fucking hate it here. But Bob Saget, man, I feel like every week we gotta come on here and just
I don't really.
say another
I'm getting tired of
RIP.
this RIP shit because like
We like we said in the
these
last
niggas are getting
episode.
old.
Yeah, we getting to that age now.
And
These
like
young
it
kids might not
freaks
know who
me
these
out.
people are, but
Yeah,
these are
and like
icons in our childhood.
and it's like you get to a certain point where you're like, you know what, this is just too much for me to handle at the moment.
For
Because it's just
real.
like when you start realizing everybody that you grew up watching is now on that end of the spectrum where like
Yeah, reaching that point in life where it could go either way for them.
and all your moments that you've had and all that other stuff, they just come rushing at you, and then you're just like, fuck. You're just like, fuck. This is
Damn.
what it's like. And you're just like, nah, you can't really do that shit. Cause like, yo, you have to be an adult to deal with that shit, bro. Because like, yo,
Yeah.
when you're a kid, like, even though you may grieve for a while, like you'll latch on to something else. You know what I'm saying? But as an
Yeah.
adult, like
It's
you are
far
set
less
in your
things.
ways.
Yeah. Yep.
You got your taste. Like you know exactly who you fuck with.
Shit ain't
And,
changing.
like that's what I had like when Uncle Phil passed away and shit. Like that shit was
Facts.
crazy.
Rest in peace to him too. I know that's and he had a hold on the hood with the Fresh Prince of Bel Air. Just that character alone in that show
Shit,
was
Kobe, my nigga.
yeah, yeah. That was
I was crying
tragic
at my
too.
desk watching the damn funeral. Bro. I ain't gonna lie.
I
That shit
couldn't.
fucked with me.
I couldn't. It's such a tragic way. It's not like a a shootout or just something typical that you would hear over and over to be like, okay, I guess that does happen often, but like the way he went out and then with his family, so it all just sucks. But they haven't really confirmed the cause of death for Bob, but
They say people say it's gonna be drugs.
yeah, that when you hear the story and it's just like, oh, he was found in his hotel room, it's just like, oh man, like that's it. It
Yeah.
fits all the sectors. We don't want to, throw that on anybody or anything, but
Yeah, you
it's
just gotta
always tough when you gotta
take care of
process it.
yourself, people. Make good decisions, because you just never know when that one thing that you're really like trying to enjoy is some of it's not worth it.
Yeah, and shit, especially in the long run, you're like, fuck, man, that was just a small dose of the many doses in my life. But
Yeah,
also, I just thought too, which was cool about Bob, is that he was a stand-up comedian, and he would tell like fucking just dirty ass jokes, like just shit that when you see him on Full House and he's like on some white Bill Cosby shit, like being a clean cut dad. Hey
yep,
Michelle, come sit on my lap. Tell me
yeah,
what's going on. How's school
yep.
today? Like you wouldn't, and then he would get on stage and be like, "Yeah, I fucked her, and then I bend her over, and the bitch
Yeah.
was
Yo,
just
but
like,
that's
yo, this
all of
dude
these
is."
comedians though that had TV that were on TV shows. Cause when you look at Bill, well, I don't want to use Bill Cosby because that nigga wild as fuck. But
He was living. He was living his raps.
yo, yeah, that shit was wild. That nigga's a predator. But like when you look at Martin Lawrence, Martin was
Mm-hmm.
like a very cool show to watch. Like, but when you heard his stand up, when when you saw Eddie
Right.
Murphy on Saturday Night Live doing all that funny skits and shit, and then you hear Raw,
Oh
oh
my
man,
god. Shock to your fucking senses. I guess
like
it's like when an
like Bernie
artist
Mac.
does. Oh, true. Well, on the show, he was like a cleaner version of that because he'll be like, "Yeah, I still bust your head and all that shit," but
Yeah,
he was like, "These motherfucking kids." I'll tell you, this motherfucking kids.
he wants some milk and cookies.
Oh my god, that's good. But that was at a time where, yeah, stand up was different too, just
Mm-hmm.
comedy in general. So I don't know anybody who is like super clean on TV or super clean
Not anymore.
and then just
Yeah,
ratchet or raunchy in the background.
not anymore. Because like now, I mean, it's kind of better because now you can be who you are and like still have a platform. And in a
Right.
lot of ways, even if you're like uh let's just for lack of better terms just say some ratchet shit, right?
Hmm.
Like if you're ratchet but like you're not offending or you're not disgusting or you're not like
Over the
really
top.
like putting bad vibes within the shit, like you can still be that person and get some pretty like you know family friendly roles or roles
What
that
about
like
Nick Cannon? Because he could go America's
he
Got
left Mariah Carey. I
Talent.
don't think they want nothing to do with this nigga.
I mean, he got that talk show, that clean,
Oh, he
hey
does.
Nick, hey Nick. And then, he
Well,
still
so
get
does Steve
on.
Harvey. And Steve Harvey was like, Steve Harvey was on some shit in his special when he
True.
was doing the original Kings of Comedy.
True, true. It's like that
So
that
Wild and
that
Now is not a kid
chameleon.
show.
No, not at all. Not at all. Trying to think anybody
Plus, he came
else.
from hip hop, and I think people when they see like hip hop artists transition into like television and stuff like that, people receive them a lot better than like just picking up some kid who just wrote a perfect script for some reason. I don't
Right,
know if it's because like they never expected them to make it in the first place, and now
right.
and now like they got to the second thing, they're like, "Oh, you're fucking dope."
Okay, you're
While that
actually
other
okay.
kid is like, he's doing this all his life. It's like, nigga, we know you can do this. Like,
We expect something of you.
we expect more. We know what to expect from you, but this right here, like, you know where
Speaking
he's
of
from?
fucking rappers on TV, are you gonna watch the Soldier Boy show?
No,
Big Soldier,
no, I didn't
Big
watch Game
Draco.
either.
You didn't fuck with Dave? Dave was okay. I hated it at first. I was like, what the fuck is this? It was a lot of gay jokes, just a lot of weird sexual innuendo. And I'm just like, this is different. But past that, it's pretty cool. It was all right.
Nah, the only show I think from a rapper that I enjoyed was Atlanta.
That's coming back too.
Yeah, that's coming back. So, but nah, I ain't watching that shit because I'm not interested. There's nothing that he does that's interested me like that. Like if you told me Ray J was doing the show, I might watch it. I feel like a day in the life watching this nigga be Ray J would be even more like doper to watch than Soldier Boy. No
Ray J
offense to
running
Soldier
around.
Boy, I think like he is important to the culture in so many different ways, obviously. But
Big Soldier. He was the first rapper on YouTube, first rapper with a game console, first rapper to be the first rapper, the first rapper to say he was the first rapper, the first rapper that was before that rapper to do the rapping first. He
he
was
was
the
on some
first.
shit, you know what I mean? He got his place. So I don't give a fuck about no TV show, nigga.
Let's see what else. What you got?
Yo, so a couple of months ago, um, nigga, hold up. MLK Day just passed, right?
This is true.
Yo,
Did you
you know what?
celebrate?
Every time, of course, I had the day off of work. So like
Shout out to you. I did not get a day off of work. And then once I read,
it's
I'm
no.
I'm
Get the
just
fuck out of
finding
here,
out
really?
I did not get a day out of my office. It was
It's a
like, hey,
federal holiday.
I didn't know it was federal. I thought it was state because
No, it's
in
federal, dude.
certain states they don't even recognize Martin
No,
Luther
they
King
all
Day.
do. They
Like
all shut
Alabama
down.
and Tennessee, and
Nigga, don't worry
they was
about
like,
the
we not.
fucking.
But that's why I thought it was a state law because I know that there is some state that does not acknowledge Martin Luther King Day. So I'm
I
thinking, oh,
don't
it
know.
has to be a state law. My job was like, yeah, that whatever
No,
you
it's
said.
nigga. New York is definitely that shit's a federal
I did
holiday.
not. I was not aware. I was
Nah, you
not
gotta get
aware.
that day back. Nah, you gotta get that day
I
back.
will be
No.
sending an email. I was sitting, and when the garbage men didn't come, I'm like, what's going on today? Like,
That's how you know. That's how you know.
like, yo,
That's how
why
you
my
know.
trash is still out there?
Like I
Hold
live in
up.
Massachusetts, and like in the county I live in,
Mhm.
there's a day that we get off for the marathon. Only people who live in my county get that day off.
Oh wow. So you like one or two streets over from the county, and you still got to go to work.
Nah, well, I mean, my it depends because if it's like a banking, if you work at something that does like banking, you
Mhm.
still go in. Because if Wall Street's open, you going in.
That's true.
Um, and you know, I've worked in kind of like places that do biomedical shit.
Mhm.
So for the
Labs and
most
shit.
part, depending on the company, you'll get the day off. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna lie to you, I still use the PTO because fuck them niggas.
Hey, take your fucking rest, bro. We resting all 2022. We not
If there's a
burning
month
ourselves
that
out
doesn't
for this
have
shit.
any days off, make sure you take at least one long weekend to yourself because you need that.
Yep. I love taking that Friday, that good 3 day
Because you'll wait
weekend.
another like 2-3 months before you take another one anyway. So like it works out.
But yeah, man, I did not know that was a federal holiday, so
Fuck
I
them
might have to
niggas. I'm
see
mad as
some
fuck.
extra. But
Trying to
well,
hold a brother down.
on Martin Luther King Day of all days, I had a dream niggas was gonna be working.
We're gonna scam these niggas today. Fuck that. You get Juneteenth?
Juneteenth? Nah, I don't believe so.
Yeah,
Last
you need to get a
June.
new job, nigga, because I get Juneteenth, nigga. They was like,
Hey
nah, we're gonna
man,
give the niggas this at least.
gotta
The
keep
fact
them
that
up.
we have February pisses me off on a whole different level, but we're not gonna get into that.
And it's the coldest month, but
The shortest one too. I told you don't get me started. Let's move on. Let's move on.
don't. It was MLK Day, yeah, but I just watched that animated special that they do every year about the kids who go back in time.
Yo, shut the fuck up.
They've been running that special since I was a fucking little kid.
Yeah, that's
They go
just never
back in
gonna stop.
time, talk to the civil
Yeah.
rights leaders.
Mm-mm.
It's like, all right, we get it. Come up with some new
It's like every
shit. Like,
month they play every February they play the Malcolm X movie on like fucking
right.
on
Some
on
civil.
TBS or some shit. It's like, yo, what?
They'll play a bunch of Butler movies, The Butler, The Help.
12 years a slave.
12. Yeah, they'll play all of that shit, man. We get it. We get it.
Yeah, we
We
get it.
get it.
We get it.
We
We get it.
understand.
I
We were
want to see
slaves
niggas fight
here.
dragons now. I don't care. Like this,
You
all this history
know,
shit we know. We here now.
we can
Yo,
have
that's my problem with
superpowers too.
Hollywood. That's my problem with Hollywood right now.
Go off.
Like all of these black movies that come out, like they have to do with like some racial bullshit, and sometimes it works. Like Get Out was excellent, superb.
Right.
I liked it, but
It was
like
a science
nigga, why
fiction
can't I
with a
watch a
racial
nigga
undertone.
like fight some dragons or some shit? Why can't I see some medieval shit? Why can't I see
We
some
want to go
niggas
to
in
space
space?
too. Yeah.
Why can't I see niggas fighting? Why can I not see niggas do other shit rather than just be a slave, my nigga?
Or just still be mad about slavery. That's all they think we do, man. And they become so obvious when niggas gotta play slave roles to win awards. They gotta do the ugly cry and be sad and all the sad dramas before they get looked at.
Django
So
was fired though. I ain't gonna lie.
very cool, very cool. I mean, Jamie
Django was
killed it,
fire. Yeah.
Samuel killed it, Leo killed it.
Leonardo, yeah. Them yo,
Everybody
that
killed it
nigga broke
across
his
the board.
that nigga cut his hand in the scene and kept going. I'm like, yo, that's some fire shit right there. That's some fire shit.
That's
But
some
yo,
true
niggas don't want to be
dedication.
slaves in movies no more, dog. Stop that shit. And
Yeah,
like
I'm over
stop
that.
using like the plight of black people to progress your bullshit ass story. There's a fucking show on Amazon that I was watching. I think it's
Mm-hmm.
called They or some bullshit like that. And like I
They.
bet you the whole thing was like fucking like 1960s racism, like fucking like anger porn, my nigga. Like the most outrageous shit that was happening in the show had nothing to do with the horror. It had everything to do with the racism. And I'm like,
Oh
nigga,
my
I get it.
god.
Like it's the 1960s, but like, nigga, shut the fuck up. Like we know. Like just give me a horror story about a poltergeist trying to fuck with this black family and just keep it at
Oh,
that,
you
bro.
mean them?
Them, yes, that bullshit.
I
Fuck
think.
that bullshit.
Oh no, I didn't see this.
Don't watch that bullshit. And it's the same way I feel about Lovecraft Country to a certain extent too. And people say, "Oh, I love that shit." I'm like, get the fuck out of here with that
I
bullshit.
did fuck with Lovecraft Country though, but that had a lot of time to flush out his story in the season. You know, some
I felt
movies don't
like the
get that
first,
time to be like, this is why this is happening. Here's just some bullshit.
and I feel like sometimes I felt like at least the first 3 episodes I watched, I was like, we're not even to the horror point yet, or it's like too subtle for me right now. Maybe I just need to keep on going. But like, nah, I don't
Mm.
like that shit. I didn't like that shit at all.
Didn't do it for you.
No, fuck
Hey
that.
man, Hollywood is gonna do what they do. They'll put a pretty lady and then put The Rock, and then there you go. There's your movie.
And
Shut the
Kevin
fuck
Hart.
up.
Now it's The Rock, Kevin Hart, and some pretty bitch.
Right.
But back to MLK though. So Biden, there's a video of Biden that resurfaced this past weekend,
Mm-hmm.
and basically he said that the assassination of MLK didn't have the same impact globally as the murder of George Floyd.
Who asked the nigga to compare them? Why are you ranking the assassinations of blacks
Yo,
by the hands? So are you admitting that the police killed MLK? Is that what you're saying?
you
Because
know
the
what I
police
really
definitely
think?
killed George Floyd.
You know what I think sometimes? I feel like there's certain white people when they say things like it's like, yo, I know you're not trying to be racist,
Can't help it.
but
You just
like you
literally
need to
can't help it.
reword this shit or just shut the fuck up. Cause you could be doing that's damaging for it to come out.
Who wrote that in a speech for him to say?
He was at a panel, I think. So
So
at
he
the
was just
time,
freestyling? He need to stop coming off the cuff. This dude is a robot with a lag.
dude, he was it was during the presidential run. So like he was a candidate at the time. He wasn't the president, and he was at some panel, and he said this. So this video was going all over the place, and people was like, "Oh, so this is your president." And sometimes I look at these Democrats. I mean, I think both parties are pieces of shit anyway, in their different ways and shit like that.
Agreed.
But like these Democrats, like they try to act like, oh man, I didn't want to get political, but I'm just gonna go there for a second. Like they try to act like they really for the people, and it's like, no, you're not. You're just trying to push an agenda to somehow fill your pockets by acting like you're good.
Absolutely, absolutely. They have to fake like they care. Fake caring is it's like their bread and butter. Like I need to let me find out who I can fake care enough about that they will vote or put me in power, that I get money, and then I can help all my friends. So
man,
there is no, you again in American politics it's lose lose on both sides. So it's like, how much do you want to lose?
Yeah,
Which loser do you think will help you lose less?
Exactly, and it's horrible. And like this video came out, and I'm like sitting here, I'm like, yo, whatever that nigga was on, I need it, because I need like I I just need to
That's
understand like what could possess you to say that right now.
Why did you need to rank them against each other? George Floyd wasn't a political activist like Martin Luther King Jr. was when he died, and Martin Luther King Jr. was killed by the FBI, and they later sued and lost.
Whoa!
I mean, this is, and what's fucked up is this is proven facts. Like Martin Luther King, they sued the FBI, the Federal Bureau of Investigation. They lost, and they got found guilty that they indeed killed Martin Luther King Jr. They had been following him and tapping his phone for months before.
They were doing all the niggas back then, bro. They were doing that to all the niggas back then.
That's how they got all that information. Like, yeah, he was cheating on his wife, and he used to.
That's some wild shit. That's some wild shit.
They knew all of that because they had been following him and trying to set him up. And now they're talking about never forget. Like, we wouldn't have had to forget if you didn't kill a nigga. So what are we really saying here?
It's some wild shit, man. Like
George Floyd was murdered by a cop on digital camera, like in front of like a public hanging.
And don't get it
got shot from afar.
And don't get it fucked up, people. Like it's still a very traumatic and a very important, because it was a catalyst for certain things. But you got to understand, like, we're talking about the men. We're not talking about the deaf. You know what I'm saying? So to put those two against each other and try to rate them as one above another, like
to compare, it's like, why? Who asked for that? What would that prove? Merit. You don't get any points for comparing one to the other. Like, oh well, this was better. This one's better. Like,
yeah,
different time periods, different men, different circumstances, different outcomes.
Exactly. And like at the end of the day, bro, like you just sound like the old dude, the old white uncle or white grandpa that doesn't realize it's a different time and they didn't control their fucking mouth. Like you just don't understand what's going on. So it's like, okay, but like
you bring them to dinner, you'd be like, hey, look, what's your colored friend's name? It's like, oh my God, please don't.
Yeah.
What's the Oriental girl's
white
name?
Bitch? Because if I heard that shit, dog,
shit is crazy.
If I heard that shit just sitting at the table with her family, it's like, yo, so what's this colored name? I'd be like,
what's this color? What's the colored
some furniture gonna start moving, dog? I swear to God.
You see, the thing is, when you date white people or you're in an interracial relationship, you kind of gotta have that awareness that
you gonna hear some shit.
Yeah. They might do it to you subtly. They might do it to you behind your back, but it's just because the cultures are different and you are the outsider. So hopefully if you have a partner or a friend that is with you and that will stick up for you or try to calm that shit down, or you just gonna be in for a fucking hell of a time.
Who are these colored folks here at the wedding?
Look at this old nice colored man in the neighborhood.
Oh
I don't
my
go
god.
walking out at night. You know how those coloreds are when they smoke that marijuana.
But you know what's crazy about white people, right? Like they be saying some wild shit sometimes. So a couple of months back, Ray Fisher, who plays Cyborg, right? Um, he had made some comments about Josh
Ray
Whedon,
Fisher, the guy who plays Cyborg
Cyborg
in
in the
Teen
Justice
Titans
League,
Go. Oh,
the actual Justice League movie, the
oh,
live action
Ross Fisher. I'm gonna look up
with
this.
Gal Gadot, Jason Momoa. What's my nigga's name? The nigga who plays Superman. He's also Geralt in The Witcher. Henry Cavill. Um, Obviously
Ray
Ben
Fisher.
Affleck too. Yes, Ray Fisher.
Oh, Ray Fisher.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Ray Fisher was like, yo, he said two things that kind of stuck out to me. He said, number one, he said this nigga literally lowered the screen time of all of the people of colored actors and actresses in the film.
Wow. How many people were there of color? It was only just Cyborg, right?
Nah, there was like at least 8 or 9, maybe even 10 of them
Okay.
in
I
there.
never seen the movie, so I'm just putting shit together.
Oh man, I'm not gonna tell you to watch it, but I watched the Snyder cut because I watched the other bullshit, and I was like, yeah,
Right.
you needed 4 hours to tell this story. I completely understand why you needed four
People
hours
were
to tell
saying
this
that
story.
was the better copy of it too when it
Oh,
came out.
I watched the whole 4 hours, bro, and I was just like, this is
Jesus
amazing. I
Christ.
watched it in color and I watched it in black and white, and the black and white is even more epic, dog. That shit was crazy.
Jesus Christ.
But
So
you
they're
know, I'm just a
saying
weird ass nigga,
this guy lowered the screen time of anyone that's not white.
and he was
Is he the
making
director
racial.
or
Yeah, and because
okay?
he was doing a whole bunch of reshoots, and he was making mad racial comments, and it was so bad to the point where people didn't believe Ray Fisher, but Jason Momoa, who was also in Game of Thrones, made a comment and said that basically he supported him and that he was telling the truth. So then, not only did Ray Fisher have something to say about this nigga,
Mm.
but Gal Gadot, who plays Wonder Woman, also said that this nigga threatened her career one time.
Yikes. Damn. So that's Cyborg, Aquaman, and Wonder Woman on your ass.
So here's the wild part that this nigga said. So he did an interview. Shout out to Yahoo for this article, and he basically said that the reason why he cut Cyborg's, aka Ray Fisher's parts in the movie was because number one, he didn't think they were important, and number two, he felt like Ray
Excuse
Fisher.
me.
He felt like Ray Fisher was a horrible actor playing the character.
I mean, we'll just say that. Don't fucking shit around the bush. But
And
wow.
and then about Gal Gadot, he said, you know what? English is not her first language.
Oh, he
So
went down
maybe
the line and was like, okay, so fuck you.
only
Fuck
them two.
you.
Only
You
them
was
two. So
talking shit.
so he was like
He
her
said because she
her
don't know English.
he was like, yo, her first English is her first language is not English. So she probably couldn't understand what I was saying because my speech is kind of flowery at times. And sometimes I could understand. I was like, yo, that is the most wildest shit to say to two niggas, right?
That's fucked up.
You tell this nigga, first of all, I don't think your character was important.
You're
When basically his
unimportant and you
character was
suck.
like a
Yeah.
key figure for this whole movie. And second of all, you said he sucked at it. And I ain't gonna lie to you, he did actually a great job getting that. At least to me, people might have
Yikes.
ideas, but at least to me, I think he did a great job. And then you gonna tell Gal Gadot, "Oh, I'm gonna fuck up your career and shit if you don't do what the fuck I say." It's like, yo, you talking,
Yeah,
nigga? That's just
yeah.
wild.
You. What's so? What's the consensus now? They trying to cancel my dude. They trying to get him out of here.
I don't know. I think I'm early on this one right here, so I'm just gonna be like, yo. I mean, he's already out. I mean, like, I think they Marvel won't let him do anything else. DC is probably fucking done with him because first of all, they hated his cut of the Justice League anyway. That shit was trash. And
Yikes.
I don't think he did Batman versus Superman the first one because they did a Snyder cut of that one too, when the Snyder cut was way better. It's just that certain scenes, like, if you leave them in the movie, they make perfect sense and they kind of change the flow of it. But yeah, so this nigga, this nigga, I
My
was like,
man
that's a
said
wild.
you're unimportant and your acting sucks.
And then he said, "Yo, I know
I
English is
mean,
not your
why
first
cast him
language."
then? You know, if my character is unimportant, why is this even written into the script? You know, like
Well, the thing is,
all that
it wasn't
nothing.
Whedon's movies at first. It was
Oh, okay.
Snyder's movie, but Snyder took some time off because his daughter had committed suicide. So he was like, he had to like leave,
Damn.
the thing to go
Yeah.
handle that with his family. You know what I mean? So, but nah, basically, like they handed it over to this nigga. This nigga's like, all right,
Why
fuck
he
this
ain't
whole
say
thing.
nothing about Jason Momoa though? He ain't want to get caught
Hey,
on set, get
find the
that ass
common
whooping.
denominator.
You talk about the woman and the black guy, but
I mean, Jason Momoa. I don't know if I would.
you don't
I don't think Samoans are white. I think they're just
Pacific
Samoans.
Islanders. But I'm just saying, you'll talk to the smaller people. You're probably the same size as Gal Gadot, and I don't know how tall this Ray guy is, but you ain't Jason Momoa size.
Well, he don't want
Motherfucker.
that smoke though. He's like
He knew who to
he
talk shit to.
he knew it. He knew it. Um, but
Speaking of
it's just it's wild. Niggas is racist.
you don't know who play. The thing is, when people play you, you gotta try and figure out why he playing me. Like, are you racist? Do you think I'm stupid? Like, did I fuck with you before and you getting me back? So you gotta go through that checklist. Like, why are you fucking? Who the fuck you think you fucking with? Like, why are you fucking with me? Like, what's going on here?
How about you mind your own goddamn business, bitch? Like,
listen, that's the moral of the story. But it's hard. It's hard to some people. It's hard. But just while we were on the DC story universe, have you seen Peacemaker on HBO Max?
no.
There's a couple episodes came out.
I haven't checked the reviews on it either. I don't know if I'm gonna watch it. I'm more excited for that Moon Knight shit that's about to come out in March.
Oh, I ain't
They
seen nothing
dropped the
about
trailer
that.
for that shit. That shit looks like it's gonna be crazy.
Who's playing that? Who is that character?
So the dude playing him is Oscar Isaac. He was Poe in Star Wars. Star Wars. That last shitty ass trilogy they released and shit.
I ain't seen none of them.
You break my heart every time.
I ain't see a goddamn one.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, yo. Them shits are a classic. I think you need to watch them. 4, 5, and 6 at least. Maybe episode. I like episode 1 myself, but I'm just, I'm me. So it is what it is. But like,
right.
If you really just want to get, I say episode 3, 4, 5, and 6. And maybe even 9 too.
Look at you, god damn it. He already named 3, 4, 7, 9, 10, 11,
Man,
14,
just watch the whole
13.
thing from 1 to 9 and get it over with.
There was I remember when Endgame came out, there was like a movie company that was paying people to watch every movie in the Marvel universe.
I did it. Every weekend I did it.
How many movies is that? That's like 17 movies.
Something
that's
like
starting
that,
from Iron Man, the first one. Like,
yep.
They were. It's gonna go down as a top tier franchise, which is just.
Oh yeah, because they keep going. Much. They keep going. They're not gonna stop now. Now they're gonna. Now that. Okay, I'm about to piss you off right now. I'm about to piss you off for the rest of the night. So you know who was rumored to be casted to play in the Fantastic Four?
Oh my god! If you say Justin Timberlake, I'm gonna fucking flip my desk.
Yo,
is he supposed to be Johnny Storm?
Yes.
Get the fuck out of here! Get the fuck out of here! Damn you, JT.
Yo, that's the rumors. That's the rumors, and the rumors for Sue Storm is Charlize Theron. So
Sue Storm is his sister.
Yeah.
Charlize could be. Oh wait, Susan Storm is the older sister. Oh, okay, yeah. Because I'm saying she's older. They weren't like brother and sister, like at a young age.
Nah, they were still like, I don't think they were twins, but they were still.
No, she was much older, I believe.
Yeah,
because she was married to
Mr. Fantastic.
Mr. Fantastic, yeah. But Peacemaker. I realize I fucking hate John Cena. I just fucking. You're a horrible actor, bro.
Yeah, you hate white boys. That's name start with J. That's what it is.
I mean, no. Trying to think of a white
Justin
boy with a J.
Timberlake,
Jonah
John
Hill.
Cena.
Nah, I fuck with Jonah Hill.
Yeah,
Jonah Hill could get it. But yeah,
hey,
John Cena fucking sucks. Oh nah, Paul, you understand what I'm saying. What meats in the sheets? How many meats would you like your sheets?
Shit, yo, we wilding.
You know what the fuck I'm saying. He's Jonah. I concur to Jonah Hill is what I meant to say.
What do you want to say to Jonah Hill right now? What's up, baby? Take me out to dinner.
Bing bong. What's up, Joe Byron?
Oh shit, that shit was hilarious.
Crazy. Though. No, speaking of speaking of just some shit that's across the board just fucking disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
There's a pastor in Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing a sermon.
Yeah.
And the message of his sermon is sometimes before your blessing, things get nasty. You know, and you can feel that before you get to your greatest pleasures. You know, you got to go through some rough battles. You got to fight through some tough times before you get to that sunshine over the hill.
I don't like where this is going.
So basically, in order for him to demonstrate before you get a blessing, things get nasty. He called a gentleman on stage. You know, I'm not sure who the gentleman was. Maybe a member of the church. I'm sure. You know, hopefully he wasn't a visitor, because if this was your first day at this church, I don't think you would be coming back. What this pastor proceeds to do is just huck a loogie into his hand, like.
Oh nah! During COVID, fuck that. I would have fought that nigga.
Things get nasty. Things get nasty. He pulled that shit from the. He pulled it from the back of his throat. You could see it because when he spit it in his hands, he cupped it and shook it around like dice. He shook it around like dice, like big money, and he proceeds to place his hand on this gentleman's forehead with the spit in hand and rub it.
Yo, these religious niggas gotta be stopped. When I saw that religious nigga smacking niggas in the face and they fell over, I'm like, yo, this blasphemy. I'm telling you right now. Listen, I never look. I believe in God 100% now. That's where I'm at right now. I'm not. You gotta
take some spit in the face for Jesus, bro.
Nigga, yo, these religious leaders, these like pastors who be like preaching on TV or like this shit get recorded. I feel like now they just doing shit just to go viral. I feel like they have the same fame bug as like these fucking kids on TikTok and all this other shit doing all this other.
It's reached everyone. Shit. It's a global issue, man. It's a global issue.
That's especially during COVID. Nah, he would have caught these hands. They ready to eat
even when he spit it. And they got this picture of when the spit is leaving his mouth. So it's just a thick string of spit.
That's so disgusting.
He rubs it in his hands like he's about to moisturize, and even when he's rubbing it, he's like, I'm touching my own spit. This is nasty. Like even in his hands, he knows it's nasty, and then proceeds to mush it into this guy's face.
I'm done.
You stand there and get spit on for Jesus. You gotta get everything that happens after that is a blessing, because you can't. That was fucked up.
No, I ain't gonna lie to you. I would have fought. Yo, if I was in that congregation during COVID and I was seeing this shit, me and that pastor would have fought right there. Nah, I don't want him touching me with that shit.
It's insane, like the audacity. But the pastor did put out a statement and was, I meant to, I didn't mean to be that way. I didn't mean to disrespect him or be disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
And I just wanted to convey my message. But bro, that's it.
Man, fuck you, nigga.
Shit is gross, bro.
Fuck you and your sermon. Fuck you. Fuck your pulpit. Fuck your crocodile ass shoes. Fuck your cheap ass suit.
He was on stream, so I think this is one of these mega fun churches because it was on a stream, and the
Well, no,
cameras and
a lot of churches, because of the pandemic, they
oh,
wanted to
true,
keep people
true.
safe. I mean, because there are certain churches, even small churches, that did still
They have
stream.
streams, right, right. You know, you're right.
Um, it's
But I
just
just know a
more,
lot of these big churches have like their own channel, a whole
yes,
fucking network of programming and
yes.
star. But this dude is wearing probably a Rolex. If I could zoom in on the watch, he has a nice suit and just spits and smears it in this man's face in the name of God.
No, in the name of God, I would have sent him to his
In the
maker. I would
name of God.
listen. I'm not here. Listen, I'm
GAUD.
not here to
God.
judge. I'm just here to arrange the meeting. At that point, my nigga, like I'm not fucking.
He says receiving a vision from God might get nasty as he repeatedly smacked his spit-filled hands together in the name of God.
Let's move on. I'm disgusted.
A long strand of spit can be seen
I
dangling
am
from the man's
disgusted.
face.
I am disgusted. No, no,
God.
no, 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 no,
God.
no. I stopped listening a while ago. Please, that shit's disgusting. Yo, I hate these wild ass niggas. Yo, you
Fucking
know
hate
what?
it here, man. This shit just gets to a point where I'm just like, nah, bro, enough with this world.
This shit is wild. Oh my
All right.
god.
Last thing I got on the list is if you think that shit was bad, here's an indicator. Dollar Tree raising its price from $1 to $1.25.
Okay.
It's fucking the streets
Yo, you know
up
what?
right now.
That can make a huge difference.
It's fucking the streets up right now. There are protests, but see, we live in big cities to where we got other options to go to stores for stuff, but
Yeah.
across the country in these little towns, these little rural villages, all
The
they got
dollar
is a
stores
fucking
always got.
Dollar Tree, Family
Yeah.
Dollar, Dollar Tree. Um, what's another one? You know, all
Family
those
Dollar, Dollar General.
Dollar General, Dollar Tree. Yeah, all of those in those veins of those dollar stores spread
Mhm.
across these rural towns, and they are protesting, bro. They
Yeah, let me
haven't
tell you
changed
something.
their prices since 1986.
So
So
like, what's crazy? When I used to
shit's
be
got the
with my
block
broke
on
ass
fire.
ex, I used to be with
Oh
my broke
shit!
ass
Shots
ex.
fired! Wow.
Like we used to go to the dollar store to get like snacks and stuff because it was like
Mhm.
mad cheaper
As
and
you do,
whatnot.
with a couple dollars, make yourself feel
Yeah.
rich.
Shit, even if you like mad blasted as fuck, like you can find the same shit in there, like that you would find at like, like 7-Eleven and shit. You just walk out of there like, so I ain't gonna knock her too much, right? But
Mm-hmm.
you can't be doing it all the time. But that's neither here nor
Except
there.
my broke
That's the
ass
past.
ex, that broke ass bitch. That bitch was broke. That bitch was brook.
I
Broke
didn't
five.
mean to
Broke.
go there, but sometimes the memories pop up. I just gotta address it as it was, right?
Get past it.
um, a lot of people get their stuff that they need on a daily basis from there. And when you put
Facts.
25 cents on things, that's an extra dollar among 4 items. Instead of
Yeah.
$4, you're looking at $5 now. And sometimes all somebody got is $4. So it's like at the end of the day, it's
People
going
was doing their whole grocery shopping there. Like when groceries got bad, they just go to the dollar store, get whatever they need. You know,
mm-hmm,
maybe they have like a refrigerator section, get some
mm-hmm,
milk and stuff. But
mm-hmm.
it's
Which is
fucking these
cool
little
because they
towns up.
restock the stuff too. Like, and it's not like it's been there for like nah, it's like actual kept up the
Yeah.
stock and stuff like that. So
You
like,
ain't never been in a clean Family Dollar ever because it's always a fucking mess. Like they got the stock things in the aisles because they're trying to stock the shelves.
because
Shit
niggas is
from the
in there.
hair section be
Because
over
niggas is in
here.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, everything is always moving in these stores.
So
But
you get a Coke for $1, Sprite for ginger ale for $1. You get you get whole packs of like
crazy.
sodas and shit. It's like yo, like even if they're not I mean, I don't know if they were all $1, but
For the most part.
yeah.
For the
But
most
like
part.
you were paying way less. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like
It's fucking
you're
people
just
up in
making it
these little
hard on poor people
towns.
again.
Again, but the company says that it's because the supply chain, so they can't get the goods to the stores, and that's because they're saying people don't want to drive the trucks, they don't want to work in the factories, the price of gas is going up. He lists all these names, but it's
Nigga,
been
they
that
might
way.
be right because
It
I
didn't
haven't
just
been
get
able to
this
buy
way though.
chicken breast for like 3 weeks now.
True. No, again, he is right. He absolutely is right. People don't want to work these mundane jobs anymore, but they don't want to be paid bullshit either. So
And we don't have automated trucks doing all these things like we see in the
not
movies
yet.
now yet.
Not
Not
yet.
yet.
But
So
that shit's coming. As soon as they can wipe out a whole labor of people working, they're gonna do it. So
or people can be at home and drive because they have those things in Japan where like a
mm-hmm.
kid can use a robot to do all of the stuff in the store from home.
Mm-hmm. That'd be dope. But yeah, so niggas out here protesting in these old towns. They calling it all kind of saying this is the worst thing to happen
No,
to
they
them.
should,
Like,
as they should, because that's an extra dollar for every 4 items they buy.
which is a whole nother item. Well, used to be a whole nother item.
Yeah, like that's just as fucked up. But it is what it
So
is, man. If I can't have my
yeah.
chicken breast, you can't have your dollar store.
Dollar Tree, man. It was all an illusion that we were bound to wake up
Dog, they don't
from.
have when they took away 25-cent Dorito bags, 25
Yeah,
cent
man.
those little jug juices or whatever. When they took all that, like fucking honey buns are now like fucking like actually some of
Bro,
them are still 50 cent though, which is cool. But like
back in the
Arizona is
day,
still 99 cents. I don't
you
give a
could
fuck.
go in a store with $5 and come out with like a sandwich, snacks, a drink, candy,
Mm-hmm.
and it just money don't hit the same. Like I
No,
remember
it
getting
doesn't.
$20 for my birthday when I was younger. Like, yo, I'm lit. Like, who? It's on me. We going to McDonald's. Like, what's
Yeah,
good?
exactly. Yeah.
But now you get 20. I look at $20 like that's
$1 now.
like yeah, like I can
Yo, I
one
waste so
Uber
much
Eats
money on
order. I
shit.
can don't tell me about it. Like I'm saying, one Uber Eats order is 20 and some change just for me to get a fucking sandwich and
Mm-hmm.
a drink, if that. So
And you paying extra for it because of the convenience and
because
shit.
the
So it's like
delivery, yeah, money just don't money don't fucking hit the same.
unless you got a lot of it, then it doesn't fucking matter.
I mean, money don't hit the same until it don't hit at all. Because then at that point, you just so rich, you don't even check in there like, oh, I just spent 1,000. Let me check my account, make sure I don't need to transfer
No, you
shit.
just
Like
be like, yeah, it's whatever.
it's just happened. Yeah, today was a light day. I did 15,000 in a Chanel store, some shit. So
That shit's wild, bro.
it is what it is. I was talking to my coworker about he was looking up houses about how you like to look at $1 million houses and shit.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just got to. And what's funny is that, and it was showing me a part of Florida where the houses is like 4 or 5 bedrooms, but it only costs 100, 200,000.
A lot of places are like that, but Florida's a shitty ass state.
I know that's the only thing I was saying. I was like, damn, but it's Florida though. Like,
You ain't
if
gonna
you
get
can
paid as much
manage,
as you get in like New York and some of these other places.
but see now too is with these remote jobs is you don't even gotta live where you work.
That's true.
You
too.
could take New York money and go live in Georgia or go live in Florida. So it's like just talking about living and owning land or a space is like once you leave New York, your money is worth like 3 or 4 times more just because it's fucking crazy out here. The price of rent is through the roof.
New York sucks.
Nigga.
Just in terms of like rent and shit, like they still got some of the best food I've ever had in my life. But like New York sucks.
They want you to work here, but then leave as soon as you fucking done. Like you could work here. Just make sure you don't stay here.
Like Boston, at least you can like go to school, you get a job here, you stay here. That's why all the shit is expensive because all these niggas with these degrees and all these like stuff, like they stay in town and they get these jobs and they drive the price up more because they can ask for more. Because first of all, they got like a degree from like a very good or prestigious college in the area, and
you
then
guys
the
got
other
a couple
thing,
of those too.
yeah, exactly. So it's like because we got Harvard and MIT is like 10 minutes away from each other.
Those are the main. Just having those on your resume, I'm sure, just look crazy.
Yeah, so and a lot of even the state schools are like pretty like in good standing too. So it's like you're in a good state that takes care of his education, and people like that. So it works out, but man, it's expensive as fuck though.
Across the board, man. Across the board. Whatever you got, cherish it. Try to work to get more of whatever it is you want once you figure out what that is. But that shit ain't easy either.
Mm.
You already know what it is. It's your boy Russ.
And it's your boy Kev.
I Hate It Here podcast, and we are